In this video by Stitch Cafe, we're going to review another book called Getting Started Knitting Socks by Ann Budd. So my pros with this book are the following. She gives you a chart of how much yarn you need for the different sizes of socks, going from child medium to adult medium. She gives you a yarn weight chart that the other book did not give you, like number 1 super fine, number 2 fine, and the needle size and your gauge. She walks you through each part of the sock when you are making it. Like here she talks about double pointed needles and knitting in the round, different types of cast-ons. But what I really like the best out of this book is she breaks down each part of the sock when you are knitting it. Going from the cuff to the leg to the heel flap and the different types of heel flaps to the heel turn to the gusset, knitting the foot, and then finishing up with the toe. And I like also about her book is that you don't only have to use the Kitchener stitch to do the closing of the toe. She gives you other stitches too, because for me personally, I don't like the Kitchener stitch. I don't care how good the videos are out there, I just don't like it. So this book, just with that by itself, is worth you purchasing, just with that by itself. So, if you wanted to get into knitting socks in the round, this is a book to buy just for that. So, after she goes through the basics of knitting socks, she then goes into more basics. She also provides you a chart of the shoe size of the person, their foot length, and the sock size. For example, say you were knitting a sock for children, shoe size 1 through 4, she gives you the foot length and then what size in this book to use, which would be a child large. So she has very good tools in this book. This book was thought, when they put this book together, they thought long and hard of what this book needed to have in it to knit socks. And this pair here tells you what number weight of yarn, it's super fine, how many inches per inch, how many stitches per inch, and then breaks it down all the way through the construction. And as you go through this book, the next pair of socks is also the next weight of yarn up. So you're increasing the weight of yarn as you're going sock project through sock project. I do not have any negative things to say about this book. This book gets a 5 stars from me because it is a one-stop shop for learning how to knit socks in the round. If you didn't have access to the internet or to a knitting school or a knitting teacher, this would be your go-to source for that. So, let's see, what other good things can I say? Oh, she also talks about in this book different types of ribbing for the front, for the top of the sock, and gives you ribbing patterns. She also gives you cable patterns and lace patterns. She gives you a project for knitting cuff socks and knee-high socks. So Ann Budd really thought long and hard about this book. It is definitely a book you want to add to your knitting library, or if you are one getting into knitting socks from the beginning, this is the book that is going to grow with you with your knitting sock journey. So I hope you like this video. Take care.